What's up, you guys? Hey, we are back for another review of Good Girls, season 4, episode 2, Big Kahuna. Let me just start by saying, how are y'all doing today? How are y'all doing? I'm doing fantastic. I had a great day. Actually, slept good, took my vitamins, read my devotionals, had a good day, worked, did a couple of shops, came home, ate. Today's just been like a really chill day. Mondays, people be like, oh, Mondays. Oh my god, I just want to get through Monday. I actually had a great Monday. Really good Monday. So I hope you guys are having, enjoying the rest of your Monday. It's almost, almost had time. Some people be going to bed, but I'm a night owl, y'all. I'll be up at like 1 something in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, going to sleep. But filled out some job applications. Y'all know, still trying to, I have a job. I'm getting paid, doing shit, but you know, I want to get a job in actual, companies that I got my degree in, which is video production. So applying for jobs, videographer, video production assistant. Y'all know how job applications goes. Hey, I'm gonna get an email saying that we're interested and we'll like to do, an interview. Hopefully that day will come. Hopefully, but it's their loss. They're missing out on a great employee. But how are y'all doing? Hope y'all are having a great day. We're here. Like I said, this is Good Girls, Season 4, Episode 2, Big Kahuna. Now, let's get into it. Episode was really good. So, opening, we see Rio. Let me just say this, Good Girls is a good show. It is. It's a good show. Great acting, great writing, storytelling, great. Manny Montana, because that's the guy, that's the real name of the guy who plays Rio. Manny Montana, what's good, homie? But what's good, Manny? Like, what's good, homie? Like, ooh, Manny Montana, that's a good looking man. Okay, so, focus on the show. So, we see Rio, he's in the interrogation room, okay? And, he's describing like something like an event that happened, everything like that. He's like, yeah, I just saw down, on the floor and down on the ground and, just shaking and, it was crazy. The fight was crazy. Oh my gosh. This is the one thing I don't like about wearing glasses is because the glare. You can literally see what I'm watching on TV. Okay. And then you can see myself. I hate that so much. But he is referring basically to a fight that he saw. And the officer was like, can you confirm that you were there? Rio pulls out a boxing flyer. And the officer, he's not really buying it. The officer was like, well, look here. The bullets, that we recovered from Lucy happens, to match with the ones that your, rival 6 Mile gang. And Rio was like, man, I don't mess with them no more. And the officer, like I said, he wasn't buying it, so he was like, we're gonna look into this more. Okay, so next scene, the ladies are talking about how the hitman, I don't even know his name, but the hitman, has a crush on Beth. He wants to, take her out to dinner. They're talking about that, and she's, just making it known that, look, it's just dinner, it's nothing else. But the girls are like, nah, he wants something more, okay? Look here, Beth, you better entertain him, okay? You better entertain whatever so you can get moved up the list so he can take Rio out. Even though I don't want Rio to go, if you want it done, you gotta do what you gotta do, okay, Beth? Do what you gotta do. So they're talking about that, and Dean comes down and he was like, Beth, I gotta tell you something. He tells her that he got offered like an opportunity to work with Big Kahuna spas. It's like a spa brand. It's like they're all in type of resorts and everything like that. And basically he said that they're interested in them is because of the sales. Beth was like, it's just because of you, Dean. Dean was like, no, it's because of us, because we did this. Actually, okay, whatever. And so, at Ruby's house, Harry is telling them how he needs like an iPad and a new computer because he's in a gifted school. And all of a sudden, the donor family who got who's Sarah's, the donor family whose daughter was killed in an accident. Sarah got her kidney. So, and they have a history of being, let me just say this, they really, what is the word? I'm thinking it's guilt tripping, because that's what it feels like. It feels like they're guilt tripping. No, not guilt tripping. It's, okay. Oh, what is the name of it? But it's, I done something for you. Now you need to do something for me. It's not guilt tripping. It's something else, but it's not guilt tripping. What is, if y'all know what it is, let me know what it is. But it's like they've done something for them, but now it's like they need to repay them. Y'all know what I'm saying. It's in here, but it's just coming out a different way in my mouth. So, and like I said, Ruby and Stan, they don't really like them because of what they've done in the past. Okay. We see Annie. Annie gets an invitation. It's like this gala, this fancy gala for school that Ben goes to, because Ben goes to a new school, a new private school. And it's those type of schools that it's like rich and bougie, you gotta be here at this specific time for pickup. And it's like they have all these big events for school and everything like that, fundraisers and galas, things like that. You know those type of schools, right? Those private schools, expensive private schools. Yeah. That's helped a little bit. Like I said, I just keep seeing the glare. I keep seeing me in my glasses. So Annie tells Ben about it. Ben is trying to downplay. He's like, it's not that serious. It's just a bunch of like bougie people. Okay, it's people that we make fun of. It's like, you're not gonna like it. It's whatever. I noticed this in the first episode. And I noticed it here. Ben is kind of ashamed. Ben is ashamed of Annie. I feel like he is ashamed of, because he's getting older. Ben is getting older, okay? And I just feel like he kind of just wants to separate himself from Annie. And it's like he's just kind of ashamed of her right now. So I noticed that in the first season, like usually, like in the past couple of seasons, he was like, joking with her and like just having fun. But now, like I said, he's getting older. I kind of feel like he's kind of like, kind of realizing how she works and how she is. And he's kind of like backing away from her slowly. So I kind of noticed that. And then also, he asked her for some salsa. She pulled the salsa from the cupboard. Now, that kind of weirded me out because it looked open. But it's like, do y'all... Okay, here's the thing. I know we gonna get off subject. I understand that completely. I'll bring it back to the show. But people... Okay, ketchup, for example. It says once you open it, put it in the fridge. I don't like ketchup in the fridge. I don't like that. That is so nasty to me. I hate that so much. I don't like when ketchup is in the fridge. Ketchup is not supposed to be cold. Ketchup is supposed to be warm. Why are you putting ketchup in the fridge? That is disgusting. So I'm like, ew, that is nasty. Same thing with syrup. Open syrup, put it in the fridge. Why are you putting cold syrup in the fridge? Why are you putting syrup in the fridge? No. Warm. That's nasty. I don't like that. And the salsa, I'm like, ew, you keep salsa in like the cupboard? No, ew, like cold salsa. Weird like that, but it's like, ew. That just freaked me out a little bit. I like I said, I know that was random, but I'm like, ew. That kind of like freaked me out a little bit. So we see the FBI agent. This person, I'm so tired of her already. I'm so tired of her already. She is like overly dedicated, trying to do her job. She's doing the most, and it's really annoying me. I want her to go. So the FBI agent, she's speaking with her boss, and her boss is about to not infiltrate, but he's about to check out the jacuzzi place, Ben and Dean's jacuzzi place. And he's just gonna look around because he is like so sold on Dean is behind all of this. Dean is doing this. Dean's doing that. He is 100% thinking that it's Dean, but it's not. It's Beth. You're hot, but wrong person. So Beth and Dean, they're talking about this hot tub, how is this and how is that. They're talking to the FBI boss. They're talking to him. He is supposed to be like the face of Big Kahuna Spas, but no. And he asks them, he's like, we're very interested. We can't wait to do this, but we need to see the books. Beth was kind of shook by it because the books are not, she's playing with the numbers, and he wants to see the books because of the sales that they've been making. Like I said, she has been playing with numbers because that's what happens when you launder money. You mess with the books to make sure certain stuff are selling, so you inflate the numbers to make it seem like you're selling this much. That's money laundering, y'all. So, not that I know, I've never done that before. I've never done that before, but that's how it usually works. Okay, you inflate numbers and everything like that. Basically, you're trying to make it seem like you're making more than actually what you're making. So, they take the book. So the ladies are at the. I literally been thinking about this since I just got done watching this. What is that place called? What are those places called? Like fast cash places? Oh, what are those places? They usually in like the corner store and stuff like that, but they have like their own little spots, whatever. Fast cash, money card type of places, those type of places, whatever those are. So the ladies are at the place because they became good friends with well, not good friends, but they became colleagues of the guy who runs those places because of last season. He is hilarious. He is really funny. So he's looking at the books. He was like, cash is good, a little bit too good. Okay, doing the most. Okay, basically he breaks it down to them. Says the sales. He says that. What did he say? Yeah, they have way too much cash flow. And he's saying that the books saying that the accounts doesn't match the sales. So account doesn't match the sales, and a portfolio is more than revenue. Like I said, when you launder money, you have to basically inflate numbers. You have to do something you have to, bump up the numbers more. So that's what she's been doing, and it's a little bit too good, okay? Too much cash flow. Okay, you gotta be right in the middle. You can't be this, you can't be low, you gotta be right in the middle. You gotta hit a sweet spot when you're, messing with book numbers, okay? And so he breaks it down to them. He says that they can either put the money in another account to like a family member or a friend or a colleague. You can do that, or you can, make many accounts, but don't put so much money into the accounts before Uncle Sam finds out that something's wrong with them. Okay? Or you can get company debit cards, and so, the books, the balance increases the expenses. So they decided to take that debit card and they decided to start spending money. So Beth is spending money on interior, decorations, furniture. Ruby is buying electronics, and Annie is buying clothes for the gala. Ruby gets home and the family is still there. And I'm pretty sure they probably mentioned his name in like season 3, but I totally forgot. But the donor dad, he tells them a story about a fig tree. Basically, people just keep, instead of planting figs, instead of getting the figs that they've taken from the farmer, instead of taking the figs and planting a tree to grow their own figs, they decided to keep taking and taking. And so Ruby and Stan decide, okay, we need to do a background check on these people because we are the fig tree, okay? We're the fig tree. and we can't let them run us dry. So we need to do something with this family. We need to do a background check on them. Yeah. So Annie goes to see her homeless friend. I pretty sure, what was it? Second? No. I think it was second season. That was when she had the short hair. Yeah, I think it was second season. Second season? Or last season. One of the two, when she met the homeless dude at the curb. She sees him again. And she asks him for a favor. Like, hey, can you come, with me, be like my wingman to my, kids' gala. And he was like, look, I don't want to be a favor to you anymore. But in the end, he ends up accepting the invitation. Beth shows Dean the furniture that she bought. And she lies to him saying that she got it from a tax write-off. Dean wants to help Beth, with the books. But she was like, look, I got it. I can take care of it. And Dean was like, but I have more experience doing this, longer than you have. But Beth was like, didn't you try to get our house? Didn't we almost lose our house? Because you were doing the books and you were handling the money? Yeah, no. Not again. So, it's not going to happen, Dean. Not going to happen. So, Beth is outside and she's dumping trash. Rio is down the street. He keeps asking her for the routing number because he needs to move some funds. Beth was like, no, it's not gonna happen. Okay, I'm not gonna let you smurf me. Okay, because you remember their friend said, okay, moving money, you can ask a friend or a colleague. Basically, that's what Rio is doing. Beth was like, look, I'm in the same situation because I got heat on me right now. Okay, so I don't have time to be doing that with you. And she sees Dean and she later gives him the routing number. And then when she gets inside, she decides to schedule dinner with the hit dude. So, next scene. Annie, basically this whole scene was that Annie was just out of place and she was just bidding money left and right. $1,000 here, $1,000 here, $10,000 here. That's all that happened with that scene. So Dean is at the bar with the FBI boss. And they're taking shots. And he's asking questions about the business and everything like that. Then he also asks about the books again. And Dean falls for it. And he ends up taking a shot. I'm like, bro, he's going to get you drunk and try to draw questions out of you. Don't do it, Dean. Don't do it. Dang it. So Saracen, he confronts Annie about her bidding too much money. Like, how did she get all this money? You need to tone it down because you're gonna have to end up buying all of this stuff. Annie was like, look, I don't care if she ends up once again $1,000 here, $1,000 here, $10,000 here. I said, girl, you are trying. Annie tries way too hard. And I just realized that Annie tries to be something she's not, and she tries very hard. Very, very hard. So the next morning, the youngest daughter tells Beth that Dean is dead. No, Dean is just hungover. And so he tells Beth that, he's accepted a deal with Big Kahuna's, but he gave him the books. Dean, what's the crap? I'm like, oh my god, Dean. You're screwed. You're screwed. You're screwed. You're screwed. So later on that day, Beth goes and sees Rio's right hand. And she tells him, look, we got a situation that's going to affect all of us. Someone took the book. Someone took the books. So you need to handle it. Not kill them, but handle it. Now, let me talk about Rio's right-hand man. He is fine. He is fine. He is fine. He is good looking. If he is single, what's good? Like the tattoos and the beard. what's good, homie? What's good? You know, shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. So, I literally tweeted that during the show. I literally tweeted that. I'm like, bro, Rio's right hand man. He's fine. He's fine. Homeboy fine. So, okay, so I'm looking at my computer. Okay, so next scene, Ben comes home. Okay, Ben comes home and he sees all the stuff that Annie bought at the auction. And he is, like I said, he's ashamed of her. And he read her in the scene, which is what she got a reality check. You know, it's one thing to hear from your sister because she kind of gave her a reality check in the early seasons. But to hear from your own kid to give you a reality check, that's kind of sad. So, you know, basically, Ben is saying that she needs to stop thinking about herself. She needs to, you know, stop trying to be something that she's not, and how, like, he doesn't want his friends coming to, you know, the house because, you know, oh, there's birds in the bath because of what happened last season. The bird was in the bathroom. And then, you know, her homeless friend who sleeps on the curb, of course, you know, her date at the gala. And then Annie, while Annie was about to say, look, I'm getting help for like all of this, Ben was like, yeah, to the therapist that you want a bone. I'm like, oh my gosh, he read her. I'm like, oh my gosh, he read her. But I'm like, finally, someone needs to check Annie and to tell her about herself. And he tells her that, look, you think everybody else's life is a joke, but yours is hilarious. And he leaves and he goes to Saracen's house. One part of me is like, dang, that's sad that your own kid just read you. But then I'm like, it was much needed because someone needed to check Annie about herself and give her a reality check. Like, look, you need to get your life together because you're too old to be doing this, and get it together. Seriously, get it together. So at dinner, Beth is with the hitman, and she tells him, like, look, you need to hurry up and get this over with so Rio can go. And he's like, why the rush? Like, what's gonna happen if, you know, I do this? And then she'll be like, my life will be back to normal. And the hitman was like, look, you wouldn't know normal if it sat in your face. And Beth likes this. Beth likes this lifestyle now. She was tired of being, you know, cookie cutter housewife, all that stuff. No, she is doing something that she's good at, and she enjoys this thrill. She enjoys the thrill of danger. She enjoys this lifestyle. And when she goes back to it, it's kind of like a shock to her. Because that did happen a couple of times in season 1. And in season 2, like, they had to slow down and they had to, you know, get everything back to normal. And she didn't like it. She doesn't. She liked this lifestyle. Even though she wants her life to go back to normal, it's never going to be normal because you're so caught up in this lifestyle. So he tells her, he was like, something's wrong with your steak. You asked for, you know, well done. You know, it's not cooked right. So he takes her plate and he goes back into the kitchen. Okay. So at dinner, Ruby and Stan, they're, like I said, they're annoyed with this donor family. They're tired of them. But the donor family brings up money. And the husband, you know, tells Ruby and Stan, like, hey, let's do this monthly plan. Okay. And while he was about to talk more about it, Ruby and Stan cut him off, basically saying that, you know, they need to stop guilt tripping us and stop hanging this over their head. You know, bad things happen, but don't try to make our lives miserable in the end. But the husband gives Stan like $87 and some change. And he tells him that it's for the car that, you know, they gave him. They gave the family. And Ruby and Stan was kind of like, oh. Our bad. Our bad. Woo, who wants some food? We're sorry. Okay. Um, so we go back to the restaurant. Beth goes to the kitchen. Meanwhile, as she's walking to the kitchen, we see the FBI agent. She is running and she stops in front of a trash can, and it's in front of Beth and Dean's house. This, she decides to go through the trash, and she is head deep in the trash can. We see Beth. She walks into the kitchen. The hitman, his knuckles are bloody and wrapped in gauze. We see the chef, and his face is bloodied. Like, you couldn't talk to the dude. You couldn't ask the waiter to, hey, can you take her food back? It's not cooked to her liking. She asked for well done. It's kind of rare. Can you take this back to the chef? Thank you. He could have done that, but no. He decided to punch whatever he did to the chef. Girl, what? No. No. Oh my gosh, no. So, I'm like, what? So the next day, Beth talks about the dinner and how crazy it was, and then she later ends up calling Mick about, I think that's the dude's name. I think that's his name, Rio's right-hand man, Mick. She ends up calling Mick, and she tells him, hey, did you get the books? Where am I at? Okay. So Stan, he gets the info on the background information, and he's like, look, they're clean. They're clean as a whistle, but there's a traffic violation. There's a traffic ticket. Well, not a traffic ticket, but an accident report. And it was the accident that killed their daughter. But the accident happened after Sarah got her kidney. So Sarah must have mixed up the donor in the donor group. So something isn't adding up. How can you... First of all, what? How can that happen? Like, wouldn't the hospital have, like, information? Like, wouldn't the hospital have, like, yo, like, we have kidney, we have this, we have that. Aren't they supposed to have, like, a list of... How did that... I'm confused about that. I'm ready to see how that happened, but that left me confused. And so we see the FBI agent. She goes to her boss, and he basically tells her that, look, Beth is cleaning money in her dryer, and she pulls out a bag full of lint, basically saying, like I said, she's using her dryer to clean the money. And Annie... So this is toward the end of the episode. Annie is with her friend. They're looking at something. Okay. So Beth and Dean are asleep. There's this big old bang at the door. Open the door. There's the police. Beth walks down and says, I'm sorry. I'm like, Beth, what you doing? Beth, what you mean sorry, girl? What you do? What you say? You a snitch? Girl, what you do? Beth, what did you do? And Dean ends up getting arrested. And she tells Dean, I'll explain everything later. Girl. Dean ain't gonna last. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. Dean ain't gonna last. I'm gonna just tell y'all that right now. So y'all, that was the end of the episode. Beth, what did you do? You got a lot of explaining to do next episode. Y'all, that was episode 2 of Good Girls Big Kahuna. Like I said, it was a good episode. I really enjoyed it. So I will see you guys next time. All right, next time for another review of a show. Oh, wait, what comes on? Wednesday. Because Mayans, y'all gonna get 2 reviews on Wednesday because Mayans was like, look, we gonna drop 2 episodes on y'all. 2 episodes on y'all. Y'all getting a 2 episode review on Wednesday. So Wednesday, be on the lookout for Wednesday season 3. Season 3 of Maya's MC. Check it out, y'all. Y'all check out Maya's MC, okay? Check it out. It comes on tomorrow. My remote is over there. Oh, what time come on tomorrow? Hold on, y'all. I'm about to pause the video real quick. Okay, so like I said, Maya's MC comes on tomorrow, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, and then the new episode comes on at 11:13. So 2 episode premiere of the new season 3 of Mayans, and then you're gonna get the review on Wednesday. So I will see you guys Wednesday for Mayans MC season 3. Whoop whoop. See y'all later. Bye. Peace. Love.